You know what I'm tired of? People acting like immigration or illegal immigration is just some kind of a harmless crime. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of them acting like illegal immigration is some type of a harmless crime and some kind of an act of kindness, like it's compassion to break the law and punish the other people who actually obey it. That's a problem. What they need to remember, and let me make this clear, is USC 8 Code 1325. Improper entry by an alien makes crossing the border illegally a federal crime. It's not a suggestion. It's not a technicality. It is a damn crime. And every nation on earth enforces that law or some version of that law, including the ones they're running from. So, that is a fact. But in America, we've got people who think being a good person means standing against their own country. People who would rather virtue signal than protect their neighbors. A patriot doesn't turn their back on their own country. A patriot defends its own borders, its own laws, and its own people, period. Let's talk about hypocrisy for a second, because under Barack Obama, the so-called deporter-in-chief, over 3 million people were deported. The most in U.S. history. The most in U.S. history, people. Where was all the outrage then? Where was the abolished ICE signs then? Because it was a Democrat who was doing it? Is that why everybody was quiet? Now suddenly, enforcing immigration law is evil. No, what's evil is using politicians to decide when law matters. And let's talk about what this open border policy chaos is really causing. Hundreds of thousands of children are missing. Hundreds of thousands, many trafficked, many exploited. When you erase borders, you erase protections, and the cartels fill that gap. Every single time someone says, abolish ICE, what they're really saying is, let the traffickers do whatever they want, because ICE is really the agency that goes after the smugglers, the predators, the ones that are selling kids and drugs and women like property. So, if you hate ICE, you're not helping immigrants, you're helping their oppressors. And don't tell me your views all of a sudden changed because of who you're dating. Someone that you're related to just happens to be undocumented. That is not compassion. That's not compassion. It's selfishness dressed up like morality. You don't change your principles because you're sleeping with or you share DNA with someone who's affected by this. That's not love. That's weak-mindedness. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and if your feelings make you forget that, then you've traded integrity for comfort. Even the Bible supports law and borders. Romans chapter 13 verses 1 and 2 says every soul must be subject to the governing authorities. Acts 17 verse 26 says God himself determined the bounds of their habitations, nations, borders, and order. Deuteronomy 32:8 says he divided their nations of their inheritance, law, and sovereignty. God ordained, not man-made ideas. When you fight that, you're not standing for justice. You're standing against divine order. So here's the bottom line. Illegal immigration is a crime. Morally, legally, and nationally, it is a damn crime. A true patriot doesn't make excuses for breaking the law. A true Christian doesn't twist scripture to justify chaos. And a true leader doesn't put a foreigner above his own people. So, if you can't love your country enough to defend its borders, then stop pretending you care about its future. And please, for the love of God, stop pretending you're Christian.